This is a rig that's been designed by my best mate, Dave Fuidge. Very forward-thinking angler. He just wanted a rig that he could adjust the hair on and manipulate the hook up and down the hook link. So if he wanted to fish 2 baits, 1 bait, without making new rigs, I'm not a great fan of like the stick mixes, but a lot of people are. And you could get this actually incorporated into the hair rather than actually down above the hook. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to show you that. We're taking the Hypersilk. You can actually use like the Hyperlink Pro, which is the stiff material. But just for ease of illustration, we're going to use Hypersilk, which is a normal braid. So you take off length of braid, again, about 12 inches, a little tiny oval ring. And you're literally going to secure the ring onto the Hypersilk. 5-turn grinner knot. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slide that up, lick that down, and then put the ring through a baiting needle, just so you get a nice secure knot, really secure. Because when you're playing the fish, all the pressure is going to be down on this little ring. You'll see why. It'll unfold as we go further down with the rig. So basically, what we've got is just a length of braid, as simple as that, with an oval ring attached to it. And that's what we're going to attach the bait to. The good thing with this rig, you can use whatever hook you want. The fang twisters, because I like the way that the angle of the eye, just to give it that little bit of extra flip and turn. Take about 3/4 of an inch silicone tube. Make sure you spit down the tubing. We're going to take a splicing needle and just thread it on. It's quite simple. Thread it onto the splicing needle, just like so. Just so you've got it past the gate. There's a little gate on these splicing needles that will close once we're going to put it onto the hook link. So we take your hook link material and put your hook on. There's no knots, like I say. That's the whole idea of it. So you're going to put the braid through the back of the hook, the back of the eye, and that's basically, it's just going to hang there, like so. And then the clever part, now thread back on the silicone tubing onto the hook link, slide it down in place. This is where it could get a little bit fiddly. It's just getting it over the eye of the hook. But if you take hold of the ring swivel in one hand, the straight part of the hook, and hold it nice and tight, it's quite easy to thread on. And you could literally manipulate the hair to whatever position you want once you've actually got this silicone over the eye. And that's it. That's it done. And like I say, you can adjust, if you want to fish single bait, double bait, you can adjust the hair to whatever you want to put on there. And when you're actually playing the fish, that pulls down it slides the silicone back down, pulls down to the eye, and you're playing the fish on that. Just to attach the bait, I mean, you guys will use whatever you deem necessary, or whatever type of bait you're fishing with this type of rig. If we take some bait floss, put an overhand loop in the end, just so you can attach either a boilie or pieces of corn, a stick mix. You know, I mean, you could put a stick mix right the way up through the oval ring, but I just think that would give the hair, would make the hair just too long. So you can either put a single boilie on that, tie it straight on there. You've got a basic sort of rig, but adjustable. So if you want to put 2 baits on, you can put 2 baits on. Or take a stick mix, put it on sideways. Go through the bag sideways. Make sure the gate is closed. Just like so. Take your boilie, put your boilie on as well. If you got really clever, you could actually put your boilie through the centre of the stick mix and have that in the centre. But just for, you know, this sort of purpose, I'll show you what we're going to do. Secure it with your boilie stop. And as you can see, what you've got is just basically your bottom bait, probably with a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch hair, and then secure it to the oval ring. I would do 2 knots on this, and the second knot, double it over. Double your knot over, just so it doesn't slip. And that's it, nice and secure. And then slide your hook down to the ring, and you've got quite a nice little presentation with a stick mix round it. And like I say, I'm just showing this for illustration purposes. I don't know whether Dave, this is Dave's little rig anyway, I don't know whether Dave has done that sort of thing. He probably has. But that's, you know, you've got a nice anti-tangle rig, you've got a bit of stick mix, a bit of attraction around your hook bait. That will sit on the bottom really nicely once that's broken up. You've got your boilie sat amongst a lot of, well, there's not a lot of food there, but a lot of attraction. And that basically is the sliding hook rig, which is quite natty. And as I say, you can use that with the Hyperlink Pro. So if you want a slightly stiffer material and just have that part, you know, you can use it with a double bait, single bait, whatever you want, triple bait even, you know. But the beauty of that is that you can put on whatever you want onto it, and it's adjustable. And once that's dissolved, you hook the fish, that slides down to the knot, and then, you know, you're into a very secure, hopefully a very secure hook hold, and a nice fish for the album. And that's Dave Fuage's rig.